Hey, 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 hey. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Somebody, oh, I guess everybody's doing fine because I hear myself on reverb here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, Wednesday morning. I forgot where I'm at. Wednesday morning, everybody. Everybody come into the room. We're gonna start pretty soon. Um, Not really going to do. I'm obviously not going to do any equity trades before the market open, but I am tempted. I'm watching. I'm hunting this gold trade. It's one, two, three, four, five, six buy labels. So the second red zone. This is the first red zone. The second red zone I get here. I'm going to try to short this if I can on the gold side. So it's about the only thing I have setting up right now as far as trades go. It's been a very, very quiet morning. Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to talk a lot about just the setups um, and the type of expectancy you could have from trading this setup. Um, Thank you. Andres tells me that we're number one on this subject. Well, I am the scalper extraordinaire, right? That is what I do. You know what I need? I think this is what we need, guys. Besides the BFF, I finally figured out, you know what we need? This is what we need. We need this emoji. Where is this thing? Let me see if I can find it. Hang on a second. How come I can't find it now? Oh, hang on, sorry. Ah, I'm putzing around with my. Let me try this. Let me try it this way. Oh, can't I find the knife? Uh, yeah, this is what I was trying to do. Hang on a second. I wanted to post this up. We need that as part of our. Oh, is this? Why is it not working? There we go. Wow, wow, it didn't work. Okay, let's try this one more time. Jesus. Okay, this is what I want. Is that working? There we go. I'm trying to just post up the knife emoji into the chat as our as our emoji symbol for the BFF motto. BFF stands for be effing focused, which I'm really not being right now because not much is going on. But I am focused on this gold trade. For those of you who are new, who've just joining us, this is my proprietary BK Scalper indicator made especially for TradingView, available only in private for anybody who wants to have this. Have I traded FTMO? I have traded FTMO long, long time ago. No probs. Like the company, good product, expensive as hell. Much, much more expensive than Apex, which is why we like Apex a lot more. I get about 10 times more value. I can buy 10 accounts in Apex for one account in FTMO, but FTMO, good company, good good CFD product. Payouts work fine at FTMO. It's good, high quality company, but everybody's focused. You're focused on payouts. You need to be focused on passing the test. That's what we specialize in. That's what I help you guys achieve. By the way, we had our first session for Pass the Prop. You can still get into it. The session was recorded, so you can watch it on demand. So if you're interested in joining me on Pass the Prop, be my guest. Look at this. Gold, just a monster buy trade. And now, if this buy label holds, our whole short thesis gets erased. We got to start all over again. In other words, I'm going to be looking for two reds in a row before I can feel confident on a short. This is a very, very powerful buy move. We are obviously targeting 2,700. I mean, that's the bottom line. Gotta be impressed with a very, very strong gold move to the upside here. We're at fresh session highs. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh, scalping, BFF, be frigging focused. What else? What was I talking about that I totally lost my train of thought now? Oh, the indicator. I was going through the setup. Let me go through the setup. So the setup is very, very simple. It's a proprietary indicator that is trend based, using an 8-period SMA. The red zones is when price is below the SMA. Green zones is when the price is above. We're buyers on the first 2 buy labels, or the first 2 red labels in trend. So red to green is trend transition. So 1, 2, these 2 buy labels, I'm a buyer. It means, I'll go long on the buy. If in this particular case, if I went long on the buy, I would only get done on the second buy. So that's it. I would only have 1 trade opportunity. But if assuming that, let's say this hits target and then this hits target, I would have 2 trade opportunities. And then after that, we actually look for sells. We look for trend exhaustion signals. And trend exhaustion signals are if you get 3 or more consecutive labels in one direction. So in this case, it's the long side. We'll look for the second, not the first. This would be my short. Let me show you. It's this. This is 1 red, 2 red. This is where I short. This is where I short. And if I get a fresh buy label, as you can see here, I may actually shorted this pre-market. So this is a fresh buy label. This is a very thin red, very, very thin red over here. The second red, this is where I shorted. I was a little bit late, actually. And you can see, my trade getting executed. I got TP'd. Got very lucky on this trade, by the way. Kind of a little bit of a shitty setup. But that's generally, all we do. Long, long, short. Long, long, short. Short, short, long, short, short, long. That's the scalp tap dance that we do hour and hour, every day, all day long, right? So let me know if that's clear to everybody. Is everybody kind of understanding what's going on? I'll repeat this as everybody joins the stream. We just got the 5-10 minutes before the market open. So as I said, what I'm hunting right now is actually, I have to wait everything from scratch. I'm looking for a fresh red zone and a second red zone before I, it's got to be somewhere over here before I entertain a counter trend sell trade in gold. Because now we have fresh highs and, we're sitting here looking around. Equities are flat as a pancake. Or as we say in New York, FAS, flat as fuck. And nothing much really going on. Actually, very ugly price action. If you try to trade this sort of pre-market, you kind of get whipsawed out most of the time. So I sort of stayed flat, stayed out. Just to give you an idea, if you look at the S&P chart, it's literally, what is this? It's a 3-point range for an hour and a half. Remember, so our stop is 3 points, right? And if the range is equal or less than our stop, it's a complete bullshit market environment. It's just completely unnecessary. No need to trade it, right? We want the range to be at least, 1.5, but at very minimum 2 times our stop, right? So if my stop is 3, I want the range to be at least 6 in order for me to have any viable chance of trading. Otherwise, everything is within range and I'm just getting stopped. I don't have any continuity. I can't go up, I can't go down. Or if I do, I don't have enough juice. It's a good way to have a heuristic, to have a shortcut to understanding. People are asking me, when do you want to trade? When do you not want to trade? Well, you definitely don't want to trade when you see this kind of, absolutely flatline crap on the charts. And a good mathematical shortcut is, well, my stop is 30. If the range is 30, then I don't want to be trading. I need the range to be 60 before I kind of want to engage. So the range is basically sort of, highs to lows over the last hour. You can see that moving. And if that's, that's not happening, it's not happening for you. Another example of a short against trend. So you see here, just kind of give you an example, 1, 2, 3 buy labels. First green, first red, second red. I'm short over here. I took a quick point over here. Just give you some flavor of trades that I was making, on the short account, so you guys can get a good idea of what's going on. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Where are we coming from? Let me ask you this. Anybody? What are we trading today? We're trading gold, S&P, Dow, and maybe a little bit of Nasdaq. Right now, we got no alerts at all, so we're trading nothing. But what I am hunting right now, is just got to wait for the. What I'm hunting right now. Oh, we're kind of there now. Okay, so now we have a possibility of a short in gold, because look what's happening. We got like the 5th or 6th consecutive buy label. We have our first red zone, so it's the first corrective move. We get into the second red zone, I'm going to get short, right? Up, and now I'm not. The cool thing about my setup is every time something happens completely opposite of what I expect, the rule set is very, very good at not making you do something stupid. So this is a very, very strong trend. I mean, gold, it looks like it wants to just freaking go to 2,700. And if I get if I get another buy label, then I just have to be patient and wait for, for a little bit more of a setup. I need it to pop up, So I'm just gonna, if I get another buy label, I'm gonna hold tight. On the other hand, if I get into the red zone, I'm going to short this. This isn't a great trade because, it's market open, so it's always going to be super volatile. But if I'm going to trade anything on market open, I'm going to trade gold rather than equities. I'm going to give equities at least 10 minutes of flow consolidation. All right, we actually got the red zone here. Let's go join ask. All right, let's see if I can get into my short gold. Let's see if I get into my short gold. And you notice that, okay, so I'm short gold now, 89. I guess it's going to be 88.7 is my target. It's a 0.5. It's a $0.50 target, $1.50 risk. Let's see if this works. Market open, so we could spike up really, really high here if they just want to do a pit open on me, which is fine. That I'm taking the trade, fully aware that it could spike against me. Generally, I don't want to do any trades between 9:15 and 9:45, but we have a setup here. I wanted to show it to you. As I said, it wasn't the perfect setup, but at least I got a good execution. I got a decent entry. We'll see if the markets are kind to us on this trade or not. Equities are popping on the open. So if we go to the S&P is showing me a buy signal over here, and what time is it? Oh, it's not even 9:30 yet. It's 9:28. So you could conceivably take this trade. I mean, what's interesting about this trade is we kind of finally started to break out on top of the range. So it's not a bad idea to maybe take this range. I'm going to explain that persistence in just 1 second. Let me just focus on the S&P. Now, S&P does not give me a buy signal anyways. So, be it as it may. Here's gold. And we got filled in the gold. So, made a $0.50 on gold. And that's exactly it. Hey, good morning, Charlie. Man, what kind of name is that? Charlie. What kind of a Hebrew name is that? Good morning. Hope all is well. Stay safe. So Persistence was asking me, hey, why am I only doing $1 on the S&P? And the answer to that is because it's super easy to make $1. And I'm all about making easy trades, right? So as I've said many, many, many times before, the setup, the indicator can be traded 100 different ways. And there are guys in my room who traded for much larger, much bigger profits, right? It's not about what can be. It's about what is most comfortable for you. What I show you is a system that I've designed that is incredibly highly probable, right? My job is to win 90% of the time, right? That's what I try to aim for. To do that, you cannot be greedy. You can either be greedy and make lots of money rarely, or you can be fearful and make small amount of money frequently. It's really, they're just like there's only two ways to trade the market: trend and counter trend. There's only two personality traits in the market: greed and fear. You got to know who you are. I trade fear. Lots of guys in my room trade greed. My good friend Anthony Crudelli, who's like one of the best traders I know, is just one of the greatest greed traders there is. He will squeeze the living fuck out of a setup. I will not. But on the other hand, I will never, ever, ever have a big loss, right? It's all about small wins, small losses. That's how you keep it going, right? ES went long. Okay, yeah, I'm not, why did I not get a, did we get it? Why did I not get an alert? Let's see. ES popped. We did not. I did not get it. It popped, but it did not give us a buy signal. That's why That's why I was surprised, because you said to me ES went long. We don't have a buy signal in the ES right now, so it doesn't matter. ES obviously popped. So what's good for us now is, remember I said, hey, we don't want to be trading when range is equal or less than our stop. Our stop in the S&P is 3 points. Right now, the range finally fucking broke out. We have a 6-point range. Now we can get interested. Whatever signal we get now, that's a viable signal. Now we can trade that signal as a signal. That's a really, really great mathematical shorthand for when you want to trade something and when you don't want to trade something. Within the scalping universe that I trade on, stop equal to range is best for not doing anything. What that tells you is that you have very little probabilities. What you're looking for is prices to go, 6-10 points over the last hour, so that you're looking just to carve out a point. Then you have a really reasonable chance of carving out a point out of that, taking out a point out of that range, right? All right, questions, more questions. Now, Nasdaq popped, everything popped, but no labels for me. So we can just watch everything. It's no surprise that everything popped. It's market open, right? Oh, we have a possible buy label. Oh, look at this. All right, so we got a buy label on the NAS, and what do we have here? Nothing here. So we have a buy label on the NAS. Let me switch to my buy account. And if this works, remember, I'm trading only the micro Nasdaq, because I hate the Nasdaq. It's another important thing. Know what you like, know what you hate. I hate the Nasdaq, so I only trade the micro contract. So I'm just actually waiting 10 seconds, 11 seconds. If this thing closes, we're going to join the bid, try to buy the Nasdaq. Okay, join bid. Let's go to my long account. You guys can follow me on the long account here. Here's the long account, and we can look at the my little micro contract. The target on this thing is where is the target? 98.25. 98.25 is the target. Let's see if it gets done. Big pop on Nasdaq. So usually with these kind of trades, you're going to have two possibilities. It's just going to power through because it's a big momentum breakout, or it's going to really retrace hard, consolidate, and maybe make another run. And you want to give it, as much room as possible to have it viable. As I said, I trade. I'm only taking micro contracts. We talked about this, and maybe next week or the week after that, when I'm kind of done, hopefully these accounts will get close to funding. I'm like halfway in one account. 35% in the other account. We'll see. It might take me a little while to get these funded. But if I get these funded, because I'm just basically waiting, to try to fund the $250,000 accounts. We'll have like 6 or 7 in the background. There we go. I'm trying to stay. So we're done. Okay, everybody. Everybody who took the Nasdaq trade, good job. You all made money. Very nice. I'm happy. I'll take my $20 and buy a cup of coffee in New York with that. But what I was going to say is, we talked about the idea that, okay, if you guys really, really want me to trade Nasdaq, what we'll do is we'll do 2 new accounts, $250,000 accounts, and I'll just trade Nasdaq, which is a beast of its own and requires just complete and total dedication to the product to be able to conquer it. So the reason I trade the micros is because I'm very, very good at trading S&Ps. It's super efficient for me to take out a point of the S&Ps. It's much, much harder for me to kind of trade Nasdaq, and it requires just complete, total sophistication. Nasdaq pop 2. Okay. All right. Any other questions for me on anything that we're doing here, guys? Otherwise, say hi to me. Where are we? So we got Singapore, South Africa, Israel, España. Where in España are you from, Stock Market Fools? Are you in Madrid? Are you in Barcelona? Mauritius, India. Granada, Spain. Oh, wow. That's really, really nice. Spain is one of my favorite countries in the world. Czech Republic, Thomas. I was just in Prague this summer. What an amazing, amazing, amazing place. Holy shit. Literally my favorite place in Europe these days is Prague. Actually, my favorite place in Europe is all of Eastern Europe. If you guys go to Europe, fuck Paris, fuck Rome, fuck London triple hard, because they all suck. The really great places in Europe right now is Central Europe. Beautiful places, really, really immaculately clean. People are wonderful. Go to Central Europe. Go to Eastern Europe. Go to the old Soviet Union satellites. Hey guys, somebody's asking me about the book. So I haven't written a book in ages, and I probably am not going to write a book. I doubt I'm going to be. Maybe I'll write a book in a year or two. But Kathy, actually, just to let you guys know, Kathy has a great new book coming out soon. She's going to be promoting it on prop trading. She interviewed a whole bunch of prop traders. So it should be really, really fascinating. I hope you guys like it. Oh, Johnny the Greek, greetings from Athens. Evharasto, my friend. Even though I am a Russian Jew, every single Greek owner thinks I'm Greek whenever I walk into a diner in New York City, because I look very Mediterranean. So I get the best treatment. I get the best treatment. There was we had a buy. It's interesting. So I'm glad I didn't take this, because this is exactly why. This is just sort of to explain to you, why do I not trade? I mean, it actually could have worked, I guess, 96 to 97. It could have worked, but this is the reason why I don't like to trade the first 10 minutes of the market, because the vol here is always going to be very, very sharp up and down. Now we can actually focus on the S&P, because now we have the first buy signal. We get a second buy signal. I'm there. If the buy signal turns into a sell label, I'm also there. I'm also there for the sell, because now we're going to try to establish some sort of directionality in the S&P. So now my next instrument that I'm going to hunt and watch is going to be S&P, because it's setting up as a potential setup for us. Either way, as long as we get we get a label, a buy label or a sell label, they're both going to be legitimate signals for us within this structure. So this is. So where am I? I'm in my buy account. Okay, so I'm in my buy account. I'm going to stay in my buy account, assuming that the S&P stays buy. But if the S&P gets a little bit more red, it may actually start turning red, and then I'll go into my sell account. Kind of let you guys know. Got lots of questions here. Okay, so Todd is asking me a question. Had a question whether the width of the bars matters. That is, the wide bars stronger indicators. Oh, like, are you talking about the length of the bars? Like, this is a huge bar. It's a kind of a blessing in disguise, or a curse, or a double-edged sword, or a curse, whatever is the platitude you want to use. The problem with these big breakout bars is sometimes they're really, like, if you look at the Nasdaq, sometimes they're actually really great continuity moves. And Nasdaq is sort of, I guess, the best example of that. And sometimes they're just a recipe for a retrace, right? So you really never know. Generally, and honestly, the answer is you never know. I do my best. If I have a buy signal, I'll take it. If I'm doubtful and I have a big bar, I'll stand back and I won't do it. But the answer is there really is no good way of really determining if there's more juice behind it, if this is just this, like a sort of a single big volume buy, or there's actually more people that want to, run and gun it. If it was that easy, you could always, you can always use big bars as a handicap, but you can't. It's sunny in Athens. I am. My wife just returned from Cyprus from a investment conference, so dying to go there. So sorry, there was another question here. There was a question here. Anyways, I was saying that Kathy is writing a book, very cool book. In the meantime, if you guys want an absolutely free resource on prop trading, let me put that up here. This is a prop guide that I wrote. It's a guide to prop trading, totally free. Just click that link and it will download it. You can get a very good idea of what the business is all about, how it works, learn all the terminology. It's just it's a great resource, and there's a whole bunch of really good links in there for just general trading links. The best forums, the best places to pick up news information, all that kind of stuff. I'm there. Our first siren of the day. Okay, show me an emoji form what that was. Let's see if you guys get this right. The question is ambulance, fire truck, police. All right, you know what? Let's have fun. I think we can do a poll in emojis. Let's do a poll in emojis. Let's see if you guys, what was that? Let's see if you guys going to get masterful at figuring this out. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Oh. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I guess I can do emojis. This is kind of fun. Let's see if I can do this. I'm making the poll right now. And we'll do one more option. Let's see if you guys, I wish I could just recycle this because then it'd be so much fun. Okay, I know they already passed, but let's see if you guys can tell me which one it was. Oh, you guys are all wrong. All of you are wrong. You guys obviously don't know New York City sirens. You're gonna have to learn them. That's fine. Okay, let's see you voting. Let's see you voting, and I'll tell you in 1 minute exactly what it was. S&P kind of going red on me, but no signals. Gold is, we took our short in gold. We did our thing in gold. This is the long count, so it's not going to show the shorts. Nas is putzing around again. Nothing going on here. And how's the Dow? Oh, I haven't looked at Dow. Oh, Dow. Okay, so this is good. Dow is actually really super sell, right? Dow is like quadruple sell. So I'm now going to hunt Dow for a reversal signal. I'm going to hunt Dow for a double green. The second green, I'm going to go long on the Dow. So I'm in a long account now. I know what I was going to tell you. So for those of you who are new, a couple of things I do that you may find interesting. I trade long only and short only. I trade two accounts. The one account is taking trades on the long side. The second account is taking trades on the short side. Now, I do this for a couple of reasons, and I'll explain to you why. The first reason is just logistics. When you're trading futures, you cannot be long and short the same instrument at the same time. So just on rare occasions where maybe I get a sell signal and a buy signal in the same instrument at the same time, and I want to take both positions, I need to do it in two separate accounts. That's kind of like the number one basic reason. The second reason why I do this is because I love separating trades. It's, sometimes the longs only work, sometimes the shorts only works. And generally, if one of them is not working, the other one is going to be working. So at least you have some psychological, fortitude. And third reason is because, the account that's not working, you can repair it. You can repair it much more easily. Just like it all depends on what kind of personality you are. But one of the other aspects of my personality is I'm very OCD. I'm very serially based. Like Kathy can do 5 things at once, no problem. I am a sequential person. I don't even like trading more than 1 or 2 instruments in an account. So separating the sequence from a long to a short really helps me focus my attention on trading. How do I switch accounts quickly? It's very, very simple. All right, we're going to try this. I'm going to hopefully not stress my computer. We'll see if I can show you. I'm going to log in, and then I'm going to show this to you once, and I'm going to log out of this thing because it's going to stress my computer if I keep it going here. So this is my Trade-Evade account, right? I'm trading all my. You can see are off screen, and the reason why they're off screen and they show up on TradingView in real time is precisely because I don't want to stress the computer resources on my computer. But what you see here is I have with Trade-Evade, you have one account and you have multiple accounts within it. So this is my 42 is my long account, and if I click on it, 49 is my short account, right? So all I got to do off screen is I'm just switching from one to the other. Everything else is preset. That's how I do it so quickly. That's how I can switch around, and set myself up. So now I blew this out because I know if I kept it on there, we're going to get hemorrhage on the screens, and I don't want to do that. But that's it. I mean, everything is super simple. Everything I do is web based. I'm trading with you guys on a Mac, right? Because I like the Mac operating system. I don't know if you guys can see it behind me. Probably can't see it on the camera here, right? Let me see if I can see it on the camera. Can you see it on the camera? I don't know. Let's see. It's showing I'm looking. There's a little bit of a delay here, but no, I guess you can't. Oh yeah, you can see it this way. You can see. Sorry, I can see. You can see my big screen. That's my PC in the background. I actually have my PC also streaming quotes for me just to take some stress off. But the reason why I love trading Trade-Evade and I love using TradingView is because they are platform neutral. You see or Mac, you can do everything you want from there. So going back to we have a little bit of time because the market is obviously just doing the call right now. The key things that I do to make myself to give myself as much chance of success as possible is I trade everything web-based. I make sure that when I have a setup, I'm always selling ask. That means I'm always selling on the offer, trying to get the best of the bid ask spread. Or if I have a buy signal, I'm always buying on the bid. And if I miss the trade, so in other words, I'm on the bid and the trade goes 1 point my way or 10 points, it just runs away, hits my target, and I haven't gotten executed. It's like all the more reason go. It is much more important for me to save money on the execution, specifically because I'm doing such a small execution. And many times I've been in a situation where I've gotten great execution. The trade hadn't really gone to full target, but because I got such great execution, I actually got filled on the +1, and what would have been a loser turned into a winner. The reason why I'm so adamant about these particular techniques is because my way of trading wins almost all the time. I'm not looking for wins. The key to success in the way I trade is to minimize the losses. I trade like an insurance company. Insurance company makes money every fucking day of its life. And its only job is to never pay out the market, never pay out the premium, right? So I look at stops as kind of my, my insurance paying out premium, the market collecting its premium from me. So I try to minimize that by basically doing what an insurance company does, which is handicapping the situation in such a way that there is minimum amount of risk to, to pay you out, right? Would I have traded? No, I would have. SB is asking me, would I have traded the buy signal if it was not close to market open? Yes. First buy signal is a trade. Definitely. First buy signal trade. Now look at this. Now it's starting to get a little bit pukey, right? No sell signals in the S&P yet, but we definitely get a little pukey in the Dow. Dow is minus 25 to the day. S&P relatively flat. Gold is the stellar differentiator. By the way, remember we talked about? Oh no, I got nothing. So here's another thing that you kind of want to understand. I have the buy. I have the trend-based signal, right, which is with the trend, and the counter-trend signal. Now, here's the thing. I made money on the counter-trend signal here nicely, right? I will not trade any more counter-trend signals until I get a fresh buy label. So in other words, if there's no fresh buy labels, I'm not going to press my luck and try to short this thing again. That's the other thing about the kind of rules that I have. I take very selective, curated trades, hoping that they have the highest possibility of resolution, give myself the best chances for success, and don't do anything else. Like the biggest problem is you just want to force trades. Guys, I love to force trades with you guys because I'm always looking for trade setups with you guys. But you notice I've stopped even, I really stopped kind of even doing that quite a lot because there's just, it's the biggest sin to do that. NAS coming back. S&P coming back. Let's see what the YM is doing. YM is still very, very weak. So to give you an idea of what I need to do to get long the Dow, I need a green zone, a red zone, a green zone. So even though this may pop up above the moving average, it's just the first green zone. It's not a trade for me. A good example of why this is not a trade is you see it pops its head above here. Yes, if you were super lucky, if you bought correctly, maybe you would have made the 10 points, but it was a much more riskier proposition. You want a double green zone after a severe sell-off because that will tell you that there's a reasonable chance that we're bottoming out. Just like you want a double red zone after a severe buy-up because there's a reasonable chance that that is a top out, right? That's really what it's all about. How can you get these signals on the charts? A couple of ways. I'll give you a link to just a 1 month subscription. You want to try us for subscription for a month, or you can join me for coaching for 3 months, which is a very, very big discount. Or hold on a second. If you are, let me see if I got this link right. Yeah, I forgot about this. Oh shit. Hold on. Why is this not working? 8. There we go. Okay. The last link I gave you, if you are a non-US customer, unfortunately, I can't do anything about US customers. If you're like outside, if not in US, and you want to open a CFD account, if you want to fund a Forex CFD account for $5,000, you get all of this plus everything we do for a full 6 months. So no cost whatsoever to any of our services, just to open an account. So you just open an account, trade it, to your heart's content, and you're good to go. So if you already have an account with a broker, move it over on that link, and you're good to go. I just had a guy today sign up. He gets everything we do for free. So that's the best way. Sorry for the U.S. customer. If you're Canada, you can do this, but if you're U.S., you can't do this. Just blame the SEC or blame the FINRA, but I can't do anything about that for the U.S. side. All right, still hunting the YM for a possible buy. So I get the first green, right? Now I get a red. Do I get a second green? If I do, then I'm going to get along the Dow. Nothing much going on the S&P. I don't have any buy signals there. And this is off screen. I'm watching off screen here for you guys. Gold is doing nothing either. So just kind of very, very quiet. All right, let's see what does the Dow show us a modicum of a bottoming here and a possible reversal trade here. Let's see how it goes. If you're a U.S. customer, just pay me money. That's the bottom line. Okay. If you want it free, you can fund the account with ACAP. If you're a U.S. customer, just pay me money right over here. Here's the link for U.S. customers. So that's all it is. Just a very, very simple proposition. Very quiet. Not much going on here, guys. So I am not doing anything until I get a signal. All right. So the Dow finally turning green? Let's see. 55 seconds. Not really doing it, but I'm in my long account. I'm going to go to my Dow execution thing. If this turns green, I'll get long Dow. But so far, nothing. And this is the key thing. We never move until the candle completes itself, because just like three-card Monte, the market lies all the time, right? What's the function of the market? The function of the market is to extract as much money from as many people as possible. It's like the giant game of three-card Monte. So you absolutely do not want to commit to a signal until you have a reasonable belief that that signal is valid, right? Because the market lies all the time. They'll ramp it up. It looks so strong, and then within the same candle they can drop it 50 points, right? We've seen that 1,000 times. It's only if they can hold the candle that you have a reasonable chance that there is a signal there. That makes sense to everybody? All right, let me put another link in here to my friends at Apex. This is the best way. Oops. Oh, shit. I can't do this. This is definitely the best way to, if you're a new trader. Somebody just asked me the other day, oh, I'm new. I've never traded before. Should I just wait until you've taught me everything? No. Get out there, open up an account, bang away. It's the cheapest, easiest way to learn by yourself. You're never going to learn anything until you do it. All you can do with me is just kind of see what I'm doing, follow what I'm doing, and learn a little bit about trading from what I show you, and then you're going to make it your own. But just watching me without doing a blessed thing, you're never going to absorb anything. It's better to fail miserably in a prop account, blow up 2 or 3 prop accounts for $50, whatever, $30. They're really, really cheap. Than it is to sit there for 2 months watching me patiently and then try to do it. You only learn by trading is a game where you only learn by doing. I'm just here to show you the best. Once you kind of tried it, the best possible ways to minimize risk. That's really what that's what I try to do. Wow, holy shit, is it boring? Half hour, we have just done nothing, right? Nobody doing anything in the markets. Let's see if anything is on Twitter. Oh, that's interesting. My friend Jim O'Shaughnessy just posted this interesting quote. He says, "Overrated. The effect of experience on mindset." Is exactly what I was basically saying. Just do. He said, "Underrated. The effect of mindset on experience," which I guess is kind of true. That if you have the right approach, you're going to have a much better experience. But I guess before you even have a mindset, you should have the experience. My argument is get the experience first, then you'll develop the mindset. It never works the other way around. No matter what your mindset, it's always going to, as the great philosopher Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. You need to get punched in the face by the market a couple of times to just even begin to understand what the plan is all about. All right, we got news coming up, 10 o'clock, the housing data. Let me just pull up the news. Let's see what we got here. 5 seconds left. New home sales. little bit better. Home sales change for 7.716. Market popping off of this. By the way, let's see. I think it's the YM popping off of this. No, YM doing dick. NAS is popping off of this. Nothing going on. All right. So that's the big news today. Not really huge news, but a little bit better forecast. We sold a little bit more homes. Not a surprise because interest rates have been going down, so it's easier to finance it. Anybody in real estate that's listening to me? I'm just curious. Here's they just posted the residential sales. It's pretty flat, right? Pretty flat. So during the pandemic, I live in New York City, but my wife decided we have to get out of the city. We went to this place in Jersey, which is literally 15 miles away from the city, but it might as well be 1,500 miles away. A bunch of deer, rabbits, all shit, 7 miles away from the George Washington Bridge. And we rented the house, and then she liked it so much that we decided to buy the house. So now I'm a proud owner for the first time in my life of a real estate property, which actually has done really, really well. But what a pain in the ass it is to own real estate. I was like, tweeted the other day that, like, if you own a house, you need a lawn guy, you need a sprinkler guy, you need a pool guy, you need a guy who is just a handyman to take care of all the issues in terms of appliances and just internal stuff in the house. You need somebody to clean the house. What else did you need? Oh, you need a snow remove guy. You need the roofing guy. And what the fuck else do you need in the house? And you need not just a lawn guy, but like a guy who's going to, tell you about trees and all the other stuff that, that goes on. Right. In New York City, I just need my super Rafi, and that's what I need. So it's been a real learning experience, owning a house. All right, let's look at what's going on here. Not much. Dow still selling. And by the way, yes, you could pound the sell set. Oh, scalp buy. Oh, sorry, I missed. I was talking a little bit and I missed the thing. So here we go. This is a perfect example of what I'm not going to do. I had a scalp buy over here. Super fast move. I was sort of, not watching the S&P chart. I'm not going to chase this. It's done. This trade would have been enter here, come out here. Great. There's 1,000 of these trades coming up every day. As a matter of fact, this is what I really want to talk to you guys about. Now that everybody's in the room, we can talk a little bit about what is the frequency potential of the setup that I show you. And the general rule of thumb, when I look at the charts, assuming we have a relatively reasonable day where there's some kind of movement going on over here. Okay, by the way, coming back to, we do have a potential setup here, so I want to focus on the YM. So first green, next red, second green, that would be a trade for me on the YM. So let's watch the Dow as we go, because now the S&P, we missed the opportunity, so there's no opportunity in the S&P. The only other thing that I want to look at here is on my other chart is, and Nasdaq also popped a buy signal. I should have sort of been watching those right after news, but I got carried away. Anyways, how many potential trades are there when you look at the charts? And if you look at, let's say the S&P, which is my bread and butter chart, it's kind of like a general metric for everything else, and then gold will be the other one. Is you can see there's basically two opportunities an hour, as I would say. There's a buy opportunity, maybe a sell opportunity. There's a couple of buy opportunities. It averages out, let's say, 2 opportunities an hour, maybe at most 3 opportunities an hour, right? So between 4 o'clock in the morning, New York, and 1400 hours, New York, which is the timeline where I would say you have the best chance for these signals to materialize. That's 10 hours, and each hour is potentially 3 signals per instrument. So that's potentially 30 signals in 10 hours per instrument. And if you're trading like I am, 2 instruments, maybe even 3 instruments, if you're trading the S&P and gold, and let's say the Dow, then you literally have 19 potential trade ideas. That's not signals, because there's about probably 200 signals, but actually 90 viable tradable ideas in 10 hours. So all you need to do is between 5 and 10 of those, and you're good to go for the day. I don't own a vacuum. No, I don't even have. We don't even have carpets in the house. The whole house is like, all like wood floors, open. Like it's a massive. Like the whole downstairs doesn't have any walls. It's an open floor. Everybody loves the whole thing. It's like my whole apartment fits into half the kitchen of the house in Jersey. All right, watching the Dow here. So let's see if I can get a green, red, green turn here on the moves. We are definitely starting to pop up a little bit on all the other indicators. Let's see what the gold is doing here too. Gold is kind of flat. Nothing going on over here. This was the trade that we missed. Now we just sort of have to wait. Now really, our next potential choice is we get a third buy trade. Then we're going to look for a fade move, for a sell move. If this kind of turns negative and starts giving me a sell signal, I'll be looking for a sell trade. Now I'm just sort of the only one that's closest to possible trade setup for me is the Dow. RJ says he takes out 5 of the 90 that are not working. So if they're not working, ask yourself why. 90% of the time, the setups are not working because you're doing them wrong. Now, if you're doing it right and they're not working, then ask yourself why. And it could be time of day. It could just be bad luck, and that's fine. You're gonna hit some bad lucks. And as we'll talk tomorrow about how we can repair our bad luck and control our bad luck, which is something that I do on a more advanced basis in my coaching. But 90% of the time, if I'm looking at failed trades, it's not the setup that failed. It's my execution that failed. I'm either rushing it. I'm not taking the setup as is prescribed. I'm chasing it. All those things that happens. You see me. I'm doing nothing right now. I have no setup, and I'm doing nothing right now. It's super super tempting to go, oh, this looks like it's they're making the V-shaped bottom. I want to get long here. Yeah, and maybe that's right. Maybe that's wrong, but it's not the setup. The most important thing that I've kind of learned is to make them in order to minimize mistakes, you got to absolutely not do cowboy trades where you're just you're ignoring your rules, where you're just improvising. It's perfectly okay to improvise, and this is another great thing about trading a prop account. You need to improvise. You need to just, fuck around, do lots of different trades just to get an idea of what feels good to you, what you like, what seems to make more sense. Because once you do that, then you can understand within the framework, the general framework of trading, what you excel at, and then gravitate towards that point. I don't know, Brian. It sounds like you need to. Oh, here we have a buy signal. It sounds like you're not logged into to TradeAvate through TradingView. You need to be logged in through TradeAvate through TradingView in order to get access to these signals. This is not going to. We have a buy signal in the meantime. So let me focus for a second here. So if I have sell. This is the first buy in a trend. Legit. This is legit signal. If this holds as a buy signal, I would be long. Let's play this out. Let's see if this works. If you're not getting these signals, it's because you're not getting the Chicago Mercantile Exchange feed via TradeAvate. So you need to first sign up for TradeAvate, open up a TradeAvate account, log into TradeAvate, activate trading view, and then you will be able to get these signals. Okay, buy, the former candle did not give me to buy. This one might be giving me a buy. Let's see how it goes. 49 seconds left. That's another cool thing, by the way. It's expensive. It's like, $20, $30 for a feed, to feed of these prices. But if you buy the prop account, the actual quote feed from Chicago Mercantile Exchange is included. So in other words, when you buy the prop account for $50 or whatever they're discounting it is right now, the actual live price feed is included, so you don't have to pay this. If you were like with a regular broker like A&P Futures, you would have to pay a fee to get access to real live quotes, in addition to being able to trade. All right, we're going to join Bill. Okay, I'm long. Jesus Christ, I'm long. Now I double clicked this, and now it's going to go against me big time. All right, did not work. Sorry. This is just going to. This should be a single trade. Now it's a double trade. I'm just going to leave it alone. This trade clearly not working. The buy signal here just turned right into a very, very quick red signal, and that happens because the real true trade would have been the second green, right? This was like a little bit too rushed. This is the reason why I use the second green. But the fact that it showed me a buy signal, I was like, oh, maybe there's a little bit of a push. Didn't work. This trade just simply did not work for us. We will look for new trades, see what else is setting up. Okay, so gold has got a continuous buy zone. This is the first red signal. If we get a second red zone, we're going to get short gold. I'm going to go to my short account, but right now it's not much is really going on here in gold. NAS continues to get higher. I get a third buy label. I'm going to be looking for a short in NAS. Now Dow is definitely the weakest, and this just faked this out. Now when you say trades don't work, this is a legitimate trade that just did not work. It was just the market faked this out. It gave us a buy signal and it just right away flushed me, which happens. Going to be looking for a new short here if we get it. Just looking to see what's setting up. It's very, very slow price action, so not a lot. Today is one of those days where you're lucky to get two trades off in an hour. We've been together for about 45 minutes, and we actually we got the short gold, which worked for us, and nothing else. I missed the S&P, which would have been good, and the long YM did not work. So that was it. That was basically it. If another signal, a buy signal in the S&P shows up, yes, I will ignore it. So a third buy signal, I will not be taking it, even though it's very tempting to take it. Simply again because my rules state very clearly that the first two are the highest probability. It doesn't mean that the third one works. Sometimes the third works, and the fourth works, and the fifth works. And if you are more of a trend-based trader, you should absolutely trade that signal. It's just that within my parameters, I try not to do that. The markets are really, really quiet. So we just have to wait. Nasdaq is by far the Nasdaq and gold are just the two huge moves today. Nasdaq is, fresh session highs, just really killing it. But Nasdaq, if it gets into like the third buy label, it's going to be very ripe for a corrective move. So we'll be looking for that. I'm watching the Dow. This isn't like a legitimate setup, really like 100% kosher, but it's not a bad setup sometimes. If I get a green zone after this buy signal, I may buy the green zone. Like, in other words, if it breaks above here, great. It looks like it isn't. It looks like it's just going to send me a sell signal. At which point, hard as it is to sell the bottom, I'm probably going to sell this. I'm going to go into my sell account and set this up. Because, I have a fresh sell signal after a buy pause. It's a legit sell signal. But it's got to hold. Ten, 11 seconds left. 9 seconds left. 3, 4, 2, 1. All right, I'm short this. Let's go to my short account so you guys can see it. And, as I said, hard as it is to sell the bottom, you got to trust your signal. Boom, boom. That was a nice, clean signal on the short side. Obviously, S&P, the Dow is just weak as hell. So, just totally on brand, as we say, for the Dow. These guys are just flattening out. And Nasdaq is really, really still high. But no triple buys yet. I need a triple buy to start thinking about shorting. So we'll see. So that's that. You guys get a good idea of how this works, right? That was actually much better executed. I wasn't rushing the like I did with the buy trade because I didn't have I wasn't watching the screen beforehand. Now I'm watching the screen, so it's much easier. There's no doubt the only drawback to the way I trade is it's got to be focused. But the cool thing is, on a good day, you have 1 hour of like hard dedicated time. You're focused. You can easily hit 4 or 5 of these trades, clip them, and be done for the day. I don't understand your question, persistence. I don't spend a dollar. I'm trading for 1 point, which is a $50 trade, right? It's a $50 trade. So I'm looking to do 10 trades a day, $500 a day, which is kind of where which is kind of where I go with my P&Ls. I mean, I don't want to show you my P&L because it's going to ruin. I have to bring the screen into the full view screen. I'll show it to you guys tomorrow on a screenshot because if I bring the screen in, it's just going to crash my computer. So I don't want to do it. But I showed this yesterday, and I showed to my guys in my room. You're welcome to come join me in the room. I share all my P&Ls with everybody there all the time. The game plan is to do $500 per day. Oh, see, now you get that. Yeah. It's not. I'm not trading for a dollar. When I say a dollar, a point, I mean one S&P point contract, which is a $50 trade. So I try to do 10 of those. That's the game plan. Wow. It's like the tale of two cities. 46 up for Nasdaq, 39 down for S&P for Dow. Why is the Dow so weak? What's something in the Dow must be bringing it down really, really hard. What's Nasdaq doing? Nothing much. So for first red zone, this is not a short setup. I really like to have 3 buys, but if you're gonna, cowboy yourself a little bit, if you're gonna just improvise a little bit, the only way you would short this is if you have a red, green, second red. It's the second red that creates the opportunity for a short here, because this can just be a sell-off for for a fresh buy up. Gold really just died. Gold doing nothing. They're literally flat. IJ, no, you don't. IJ is asking me the mechanics of my setup. No, you have it all wrong. Just focus on my S&P setup. I have a 4-tick target and a 12-tick stop. It's a 1-to-3 risk-reward ratio. So I got to be super accurate, to hit this. And when I miss it, I will then triple up my next signal trade to wash away the losses. That's how it works. Because I try to create a very steady, continuous trade pattern. Even if I miss my triple up setup, it's a tiny piece of my P&L because I'm starting very small. I'm trading $250,000 account, $50 a trade, and the way I make my money is by making lots and lots of small trades. So I'm making $500 a day on like 10 trades, right? There's lots and lots of different ways you can do this. On Nasdaq, if I was trading Nasdaq for real, because I'm not trading Nasdaq for real because I don't like the product for the approach that I have. But if I was, I'd be trading with a 10-point target, 30-point stop, or a 40 tick, because there's 4 ticks in Nasdaq per point, 40 tick to 120 tick. Okay, that's the ratios I'd be trading, and that would be a $200 trade against a $600 loss, which is still tiny on a $250,000 account, and that's definitely a much more aggressive way to grow it. Like if I was trading Nasdaq only, it's totally reasonable to think I could make 1,000 a day instead of 100 a day, right? I just not my cup of tea as far as trading. You see, I do generally very well on gold and S&P and the Dow. Nasdaq, just drives me nuts. But I will do like a Nasdaq only account. Maybe maybe in November, just for fun. Nothing going on, guys. I'm just looking. I'm looking at my side channels here, and there's no. We got nothing. No signals in gold. No signals in the S&P. No signals in NAS. NAS is doing a little bit of a corrective move here. If you took this trade here, you would have obviously made the 10 points, but that's not a setup that we have. At $500 a day, it takes $15,000 to fund that account, right? So that is $500 a day. It's 30 days, right? This is 30 days. What is that? 15. Yeah, 30 trading days. It's 30 trading days. So yes, it takes a long time. But that's the point. I don't care. I have tons of funded accounts already in the 25 and the 50s. I'm doing this in a very, very. In other words, I could do the exact opposite. I could go 10 large. I could trade 10 large on the S&Ps. So that would be $500 per trade. Do 5, 10 trades, 5,000 a day. If I'm generally in the zone with the market, get funded in 2 or 3 days. That's great. Then I'm going to have a funded account. I'm going to do the same thing in a funded account, and it's 4 days before I blow it up, because that's just how it always works. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to trade to funding in the exact same way that I would trade as a funded account. So now we have a sell signal in the Nasdaq. I am in my sell account. We're going to do micro Nasdaq because that's the only one I'm going to take on this thing. And if this thing stays viable, we're going to see if we can take this signal for a sell. 10, 11 seconds left. Ah, shit. I missed the. Why is it this double? It's double hitting me. I don't know why it's double hitting me. I'm hitting 2 contracts because I'm pressing too fast on the moves here. Let me see if I can fix this. I'm a little bit above the market. Okay, we'll see how this trades out. Sorry, I was talking to you guys, and again, I had a sell signal here in the S&P, which would have just been super easy to do. Sorry, I missed this. This would have been an easy 1 point. Now the Nasdaq is probably going to stuff me out. I'm just a little bit out of whack today, guys. My apologies for not hitting all the stuff. I just simply need to have the S&P always on my other screen, so I'm not flitting around and taking trades. But we'll see now. This Nasdaq is retracing up my ass, which is not unreasonable. That's what Nasdaq does. The S&P was a much more viable trade because the sell signal here had nice continuity. If you shorted 92, it dropped all the way to 88. It was like a 4-point drop. I just simply wasn't watching it. I say this every time that I got to stop fucking around with looking at anything but what I actually trade and just actually do the setup. But then I get into a conversation with you guys and I lose focus. So it is what it is. And this happens. You're not going to. Not every day is going to be highly focused. This is another reason why I trade so small, because none of this stuff, like if I was trading big today and I was so unfocused, this could have deeply impacted my account. This will take me exactly 1 hour to repair back to profit if I get clipped out here. And that's the whole difference between trading small and trading big. Now you can do big. Everybody, I see all the guys who trade 20 accounts make $20,000 in one single trade in their fake little, trade copiers. But I never see any of them get paid out. I never see any of them have a payout certificate. Whereas guys who trade with me show their payout certificates all the time because they're following the rules as I set them on small sizes. There are 2 tricks to this game. One is getting funded, which is actually relatively easy. I mean, it's hard, but it's relatively easy. and the other one is getting paid out. And what I'm trying to kind of work with you guys here is the payout idea. So I'm going to exit myself out here at more or less profit, and it does go to full profit. The reason I did this is for two reasons. One, I double filled myself. Again, I'm sort of clicking too hard, so I should be trading one contract. So I'm already long two contracts. I need, no need for me to play with the risk. And two, because this really retraced so hard against me, when it went back into the money for me, great, I'll take it at this point. The good trade should just go straight into the money for you. If it's going that hard against you, you should be thinking about getting out with minimal amount of damage. Because as I said, the key to my trading is minimal amount of damage. So this, by the way, this is a good example of, let me see if I can, hang on a second. Let me see if I can, I'm just, what I'm doing is I'm just off screen making sure I can do this so that it's not going to stress the computer. Yeah, this is a good example. Let me show this to you. Okay, let me show this to you. So this is the short account. Let me see if I can bring this to the screen. Okay, you guys should be able to see this. So, okay, here it is. I finally see it. Okay, so this is the short account, right? And this is just this week in terms of trading small. And the example of what I try to show you, which is the key is we're expected to win. The key is to control the losses. You see, it's a 95.5 basically trade this week on the short side. Been very, very good. This little Nasdaq thing. It was very good that I took the profit early, because what that does is, as I said, the game is not to win. The game is to minimize the losses. The wins come by themselves. This is just what's today, Wednesday, right? As I said, I have 3 or 4 hours ahead of me. If I wanted to really trade this, I could easily get this, hopefully get up to about 1,000. So it's not quite 500 a day. It's going to be like maybe 350 a day this week, because I've been super busy and I really haven't run this hard. And the markets have not been very, very cooperative. But that's the general game plan. And you see, this thing is going to grow. It's already at 254, right? It's going to get to, all I need to do is get to 265 and I'm funded. The more important point is, once I'm funded, it's going to be much, much easier in this methodology for me to pull out $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month per account in trading small, small size. That's the game plan of how you kind of want to approach this. Let me know if that makes sense to you guys. All right, let's see if we got anything else on the plate here. I go back to my executions. I kill my tabs, so I'm not stressing stuff out. Let's see what. Gold is Gold show doing anything? Nothing. Gold is doing nothing. Oh, here we go. This is, let's do a little bit of it. I want to go in my buy account. YM. I got 19 seconds. If this thing stays green, it's got to stay green. And let me go into my buy account, my 42 account, my long account. I got, no, it's not. It did not show up. It's really, it's actually not a legitimate trade, because I really need to have like 2 or 3 sell labels in order for me, to get the turn trade. It's actually not a legitimate trade, so I shouldn't even thought about it. I was still in the mindset of like, oh, there's 3 sells, I should have been buying the greens. But once you get a interruption of the flow, you have to start the count again. The hardest part about the setup in terms of discipline is not to get affected by past price data. You have to look at the setup fresh. If you have a new reality in front of you, which is the first sell label, you really can't go for a double green reversal. You have to wait for at least 2 more sell labels before you can establish a double green reversal. So never mind. I was kind of rushing it. double sells in this. This is actually, I got to go into my sell account. All right, I'm short this mainly because I have a good fill on this thing. It's not really, the setup is not working very well, but let's just see if the market the market is not giving me anything. The market is actually turning itself around. I thought I had because this was a sell signal here, that would have been a legitimate, second sell signal. And because I was able to get in at a much higher price, I was like, okay, let's just take this trade, even though I'm a little bit late to it, but I'm late at a better price. Let's see if it works. But it really ripped up against me. So now I'm just kind of floating this thing. We'll see if this trade resolves itself. But it was definitely a problematic trade here. You can see the market here is very, very discontinuous today, right? It's one step forward, two steps backwards. It's kind of a retraced market. There's very little continuity. The first signal works. The second signal kind of works. So this is a good, let me see. Okay, fuck. All right, I'm talking. All right. Okay. I filled myself at a half, and let me explain to you why. I could have filled myself at a full point, but I filled myself at a half because, again, this was a trade that really, really went hard against me, which tells me the market really doesn't have a lot of vibe to go down. So it's given me half a loaf. I just took the half loaf and got out of it, and that's something very, very hard for me to do with you guys in real time. Like, when I'm doing it myself, I'm kind of doing it intuitively, but that's basically the key to making sure you manage the trade as best as possible. Not, you have your signals, you have your entries. The thing that saved me here, and the thing that you saw that was very, very important, was the value of good entry. A good entry is worth its weight in gold, because even if it was a shitty trade, in the sense that the trade really wasn't a sell zone, the entry gave me the opportunity to make profit, and that's really what it's all about. That's why I'm so insistent on making a good entry on these things. And you learn, that's the thing. You get to practice on it. You get to, vibe it, and you can definitely trade it. Yes, I keep my longs and my shorts separate. I've talked about this. You can watch the show on replay, and I talk a lot about why I do that. Absolutely. All right. Let me see let me just look at the other charts here for a second. Okay. So the only other thing that's a viable trade right now, we have a buy signal in gold. Okay, we have a buy signal in gold. We have the first green, first red. I'm going to wait for a second red. If I get a second red, I'm going to short gold off of this thing. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out on the S&P. I think that what I'm going to do is just keep S&P permanently on my other screen, so that if there is anything setting up there, that's my primary product. But gold now is, chopping its way down. So if we get a second opportunity to sell it short, we'll go. Otherwise, we've got nothing else going on over here. Maybe I'll keep an eye on Nasdaq on my other screen here. Nothing much going on over here. What are my thoughts on Trade Copier? If I don't do Trade Copier, but if I was going to do Trade Copier, I would only do one or two accounts. Trade Copier is an amazing tool, but just like everything else, it amplifies. So it amplifies the good and amplifies the bad. If you have 20 trade accounts and you do the same trade and it doesn't work, you've lost all 20 accounts. So to me, I don't, again, the idea is to be rich consistently, not to be rich overnight, right? I am very happy making continuous P&L every day of the year. We're trying to hit it big. There, as I said, I always preach this. There's two ways to make money in the market. The lottery system, I hit it big. I take 10,000, I made $1 million. I'm a god. Or the insurance model, which is I make money rain, snow, day, shine, good years, bad years. Insurance companies have been in business since the 1700s. AXA has been around since 1700. Allstate, 1848. Equitable, I think 1810, right? You name me any other business that makes money any day, all day, every day. Why do you think Warren Buffett is so fucking rich? It's because he picked stocks? No, it's because he picked Geico. That's why. So I try to trade like the insurance company, which is I want to make money every day, all day long, anytime. That's kind of my approach to trading. Oh, what do we got here? Come back to S&P. We were showing a buy signal here. It was just showing there's a possible buy. So I'm going to go to my buy account and go into my S&P. Is it showing me a buy? No. Nope. No signal. All right, let's stay on the S&P. Let's go into my buy account. Let's see if we can get this organized. All right, let's see how this candle closes. It's not a bad looking candle. All right, that holds. I'm in the S&P. I'm looking for 94. I'm in at 93. I'm looking for 94. Let's see. Ah, man. It popped on me and then came back down. This is the same setup that we had in the YM and the Dow today, which is just kind of like a buy off of a deep sell that's kind of faking me out. This really faked me out. It's just not working. All right, we'll see how this works. We'll see if this hangs. But it's really not holding. See that candle? It's really just like a huge battle here. It looked like they were really going to take it up. And I tried to buy. If I bought 92.25, I would have had it. But I bought 93s because I was trying to buy the bid on the post candle and it just did not materialize. That's fine. Let's see if this plays out. No, it's look good. The price action is just really, really shitty. Let's see if it can hold bid, but I doubt it. It looks like it's just today's fake out Wednesday, and lots and lots of just very low quality trades that are popping up, which is fine. That's what happens. I'm going to have to, and you see that it's really the buy side. It's all the buy side trades that I'm getting slaughtered on. The sell side is actually fine. That's a good example, by the way, of why I separate two accounts. I said to you, there are some days where one side is just going to be horrible for you. And this is today, the buy side is really, really horrible for me. But the sell side is working. So the sell side made me money. The buy side, obviously, I'm bleeding on the buy side today. Only about $300. But it will turn. There will come a time in the next, couple of hours where we're going to stabilize. We're going to catch a little bit of a bid. And I'll be able to get the buy trades and hopefully get myself to at least break even, maybe even net positive on the buy side. But that's yet another good reason for why you want to separate the accounts. Because if you're going to get shit price action, stuff it into one of the accounts. Sort of in the most extreme example, what I always talk, and look at this. This is just fucking very, very typical of bullshit price manipulation that's going on right now. I don't mean in a bad way. I mean just dealers are just yanking bids up and left and right, stopping people out until we get some kind of a conviction one way or the other. In the most extreme example, when you have two accounts, one of them may eventually get stopped out, right? Because it's just nothing is working. But if that means, that usually means the other one is going to be fully funded. So wouldn't it be better to have at least one funded account with high degree of confidence than pollute one account with bad trades and good trades? See, I tried not to pollute my account. That's why I have two accounts. So that's the idea behind the very, very shitty little trading today that's going on, but it is what it is. I don't make the markets. I just trade it. We actually have one more thing here going on here. We have a sell signal in gold. I'm not going to have a chance to just change this right now, so I'm going to have to you're going to have to just I'm going to have to change the accounts in a second because I have to execute first, and then you guys will we'll see my account. So this is gold, and now I'm in gold. And I'm looking to 680. What is my 83.9 is my target. 83.9. All right, I took myself out pretty much at flat because this market was, and now of course now it goes to target because it was really, really jumpy, and I'm having a good day on the sell account. I actually made a little bit of money, I guess, on the sell account. And I didn't want it to retrace against me. I should have stuck with a trade, but you can see the volatility was really, really wide, and it was like a very, very strong sell to the buy side. But now it actually obviously comes in. So you do the best you can. The sell side, all trades really, really worked well today. The buy side were just complete shit. But that could totally change in the afternoon. That's what I'm trying to tell you, is that just because you have the price action one way doesn't mean it's going to be that way for the rest of the day. So just stay to the setup, stay focused. Separating the accounts really, really helps as far as the P&Ls go. All right, guys, I got to go. Today was kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So some things worked, some things didn't, but the system held up, and that's all. That's all we can do. Let me leave you with. Let me leave you with links. Here's the link to Apex, so you guys can get really nice discounts. Here's the link to my coaching. If you link to the prop guide for free for the free prop information. Here's my Passive Profit Coaching Academy. And lastly, if you just want to get the indicator and kind of play around with the indicator, here's the link to the indicator. You can get yourself a monthly subscription. So interesting. Looks like we're kind of really starting to turn. Oh, by the way, we haven't looked at the YM. Where's the YM? YM is still like sort of. I was just looking to see if I have any more sell signals in the YM. No. Nasdaq. Oh, Nasdaq had a sell signal, which we missed a second time around, but because we were focused on the gold signal. But either way, this was a good sell signal here. You can see that the sell signals now really starting to perform really, really well. So now, now I'm going to be looking for the S&P, and we'll see if this S&P generates, fresh sell signals for us on this move here. I say this every day, but it feels like we're going to have a 1% down day today. We'll see. For the time being, markets were very, very choppy today, so we took what we could get. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll come back tomorrow. We will do this again. Today was not a great day on the long side, but a decent day on the short side. My P&L on the short side was, I'll tell you just 1 second, a couple $100, 207.96. So and the day's still ready to go. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Let's do it tomorrow, and let's hope the markets are a lot more agreeable. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.